Before we dive into today's vlog, we wanted to say a huge thank you to Audible for sponsoring today's video. We love listening to audiobooks when we travel, and Audible has the world's largest selection.
Which is why we're super excited to tell you that you can get a 30-day free trial membership, which includes a free audiobook, using our link, audible.com/KaraNate, or you can text Karen Nate to 500-500.
And if you stick around to the end of this video, we're going to give you a recommendation for what is probably our favorite book and maybe the reason why we're traveling today.
But first, we have a super long travel day.
Today is a very sad day.
Today we're leaving the Maldives.
And we are checking out of this incredible villa. I think we're both crying a little bit on the inside right now.
But we did make the most of our last morning. We got up and had a great breakfast. We watched the sunrise. We laid in the hammock over the water, and we enjoyed our villa.
It's been a really good day. We had the opportunity to go snorkeling, and we turned it down because I figure I can go snorkeling plenty more times in my life, but this is probably my last few hours in this incredible villa.
The most beautiful place I've ever been in my life.
But now it is back to real life. Pretty much starting now, we have a very, very long travel day ahead of us.
It's really real life now.
Let's go.
Don't make me do it.
Do it.
We're leaving. Jump in the water. Let's go. If you're wondering what the Soneva Jani International Airport looks like, this is it. Here we go.
Welcome.
Bye. Bye-bye.
So we were originally supposed to be going to Sri Lanka after leaving the Maldives, and then we went to the Shorty Awards in New York, and then we ran out of time to go to Sri Lanka, but we already had a flight booked, so we're on 2 separate flights. So we're still going to Sri Lanka. We're just staying for like
1 night.
16 hours. And then from Sri Lanka we go to Oman, and then after Oman we finally make it to Egypt.
Here we go.
I'm tired just thinking about it. We made the most of our incredible villa last night, and this morning, like, we went to sleep at 2, got up for sunrise, and it's really hitting me right now.
Nate slept on the plane. I didn't
Like
even
this.
sleep.
Okay, that's not it.
really sad about leaving, but at the same time, we're also really excited to visit Egypt. We're not just depressed right now. Wow.
This afternoon, the services of this aircraft are getting airborne. Kindly ensure that you give my crew on your recommendation and cooperation as I have our duty to ensure none other than your safety on my behalf. Mandatory piece of safety equipment provided for every passenger. It is an offense to remove this item from the aircraft. Should there be loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will automatically drop from the panel above your head. Pull one mask down, cover your nose and mouth with it, and tighten the elastic band of the mask around your head.
We just landed in Sri Lanka, but we're still on the plane. We got some really good news in our email when we landed. We were a little nervous on that flight.
So we've been like just traveling nonstop the past few days, and I totally forgot to look at like immigration rules for getting into Sri Lanka. And it turns out you need to apply for a visa ahead of time, but it's just like online, and I literally did it like 2 minutes before we got on the plane. It said it could take up to 24 hours, but an hour later, Kara has an approval at least. I'm not connected to the internet. I'm hoping I do.
After we filled out the form, it said, do not go to Sri Lanka until we get the approval. And then we got on the plane. We didn't know what we were going to do when we got here. We were going to have to sleep in the airport for a long time.
Or they might have just like, I don't know what they did. Might not even let you stay in the airport. Oh, we're here. It's not quite the overwater mansion that we started our day in, but it'll do. In all seriousness, the family that runs this little hotel is like the nicest people we've ever met. They stayed up till midnight to pick us up from the hotel, greeted us with welcome drinks. They're gonna let us stay till we have to leave tomorrow.
And the mom's cooking us breakfast in the morning.
Not too bad. Sri Lankan feast for breakfast. Oh, it's so foggy.
That was so much better than sleeping at the airport.
I'm like really proud of us right now.
I am too.
I think this might be the first time in 2.5 years that we've had an overnight layover and we've paid to go stay at a hotel and get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it helped that it was like 2 seconds down the road and we didn't fly out today until 3.
We're really maturing in our travels. The family here is seriously so nice. They cooked us a huge Sri Lankan breakfast feast. It wasn't very good, but I think this is one of those cases where it was more the thought that counts.
They're precious.
All right, back to the airport. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure.
For the record, we are not counting Sri Lanka as a country because we just slept here and we plan on coming back and really traveling.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Good, take a seat.
Two whole hours.
Sounds just nice.
They're plugged in.
Our converters didn't work in our hotel last night, so none of our stuff was charged. We have to move to a place by a plug. There's chicken tikka masala for lunch. We have really taken over this area. We're charging everything we own right now. Going to Muscat.
التواصل مع أفراد الطاقم لمساعدتكم في مشترياتكم. نرجو منكم إلقاء جميع الأجهزة.
However, we advise you to keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
All the way to Muscat, but it's at a personal accommodation, and please keep your seatbelt while you're seated.
just found another food area. I don't know. I guess I'm not surprised. It's Oman. Oman is amazing. I love this airport. And now we're going to Egypt.
We are currently 25 hours into this travel day. Our body's saying it's 10:30 at night. We're about to board a flight that's gonna last 4 hours. I'm sure it'll take us at least an hour to get into the city, which means it will be arriving at our Airbnb at 3:30, our body clock's time.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it had been
All right,
25
time just-
hours. I did have coffee in the lounge.
Is that our,
I don't think there's
that's our gate. They closed it.
Welcome on board Oman International Airlines of Sultanate Oman. I'm your senior flight supervisor. On behalf of Captain
We're 3 for 3 on getting the middle seat.
welcome on board flight WY 407 to Cairo.
So I fell asleep on the plane, so I didn't get us landing, but we have made it to our Airbnb. It is almost 2 a.m. here in Cairo. I think our bodies think it's either 5 or 6 a.m.
There's no telling. The Maldives seem like a distant dream. It's been so long.
Before we go to sleep, for the first time ever, we used an expediter service to get through customs and immigration because we had read some stuff that it could be challenging, especially if you have a drone to get through customs. It was only $25, and that included the ride to our Airbnb.
Totally worth it. So
great.
easy. Plus, we were half asleep, so we just followed the guy around and he got our visas. It was great.
All right, we're going to sleep.
Before we end this video, we promised a book recommendation, and we think that everybody should go listen to Vagabonding, the uncommon guide to the art of long-term travel.
It is without a doubt my favorite book that I've ever read. I probably read it for the first time 8 years ago, and it's what planted the seed that first made me think long-term travel was a possibility. It took years until that actually panned out, but like looking back, I can tell that this book is what like started to put me in that mindset. I rarely ever reread books, but I'm currently listening to this book again for the 3rd time, and I promise it gets better and better every single time.
It's like the most quotable book I have ever listened to. I want to take everything that he says and make it the caption of my Instagram photos.
We could talk about this book all day, but we want you to go read it for yourself, and you can do that for free through Audible. All you have to do is go to audible.com/KaraNate or text KaraNate to 500-500.
The reason we are super excited to be partnering with Audible is because we hardly ever listen to music while we're traveling. We're always listening to people, stories. We love learning while we're doing something else.
Because when you're traveling, listening to a book is so much better than reading a book, because you don't want to have your head shoved down in the pages and missing the sights that are going by, whether it's riding on a plane, in a train. Like, I love being able to learn something at the same time that I'm observing the world around me.
You don't have to be traveling the world to enjoy Audible. You can listen on your commute, while you're laying at the pool, whatever you're doing this summer. It is a great way to learn something new or be entertained while you're doing something else.
But don't forget, go download Vagabonding. Links are in the description. It might just change your life.
My purse has so much in it.
We're trying to get an Instagram out in the hammock, but it's about 8 feet deep until you get there.
Woo!
Oh, we almost lost it immediately.
Are you okay?
Yeah. This bag's supposedly waterproof. Oh, it's not. I can touch.
Yay!
Oh, that's deeper. False alarm. Nope, it's getting deeper. I'm gonna have to swim. Oh, bravo. This is quite the workout.
Dedication.
But then they didn't have don't spread out your cords everywhere. So many rules.